Feeling overwhelmed? You're not alone. Did you know that nearly 70% of working adults feel overwhelmed by their jobs? That's almost 3/4 of us feeling like we're drowning in deadlines, emails, and the constant pressure to do more. We're sacrificing our evenings, our weekends, even our sleep, all in the name of getting ahead. But at what cost? That's why today, we're talking about work-life balance, not just as a trendy buzzword, but as an essential element of a truly fulfilling life. Because here's the truth. You deserve more than just surviving. You deserve to thrive. Work-life balance isn't about clocking out at 5 p.m. sharp every day or never checking your email on the weekends. It's about finding that sweet spot, that unique rhythm that allows you to pour your heart into your work while still making time for the things that bring you joy, nourish your soul, and allow you to show up as your best self. So, what's standing in the way of us achieving this elusive work-life balance? Well, for starters, we live in a culture that glorifies the hustle. We wear our busyness like a badge of honor, constantly comparing our to-do lists and feeling guilty if we're not always on. Technology, while amazing in so many ways, has also blurred the lines between work and home. Our phones are now mini offices, buzzing with notifications at all hours. It's all too easy to get sucked into the vortex of emails, texts, and Slack messages, even when we're supposed to be relaxing with loved ones. And then there's the pressure to do it all, be a star performer at work, a present parent, a supportive friend, a loving partner. The list goes on and on. We're juggling so many roles that it's no wonder we often feel like we're dropping the ball. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be this way? What if I told you that you can reclaim your time, set healthy boundaries, and create a life you love without sacrificing your career aspirations? Because you can. It starts with acknowledging the challenges, understanding the root causes of our collective imbalance, and then, most importantly, taking action. One of the biggest hurdles is often our own mindset. We tell ourselves that we have to work late to get ahead, that we can't possibly say no to our boss, or that taking a break will make us seem lazy. But these are just limiting beliefs, stories we tell ourselves that keep us stuck in a cycle of overwork and exhaustion. Another challenge is a lack of clear boundaries. When work bleeds into every aspect of our lives, it's impossible to truly unwind and recharge. We end up feeling like we're always on, our minds racing with work thoughts even when we're trying to enjoy a meal with our families or read a book before bed. But here's the good news. We have the power to change this narrative. We can rewrite the rules, redefine success on our own terms, and create a life that feels fulfilling both personally and professionally. It's not about achieving perfect balance. Because let's be honest, life is messy and unpredictable. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm, one that allows us to show up fully in all areas of our lives without sacrificing our well-being. Now let's get practical. What are some tangible steps we can take to create more balance in our lives? The first step is awareness. Take some time to reflect on where your time is actually going. Keep a time journal for a week, track your activities, and see where you can carve out pockets of time for yourself. Once you have a clearer picture of your current schedule, it's time to prioritize. What truly matters most to you? Is it spending quality time with your loved ones? Pursuing a creative passion? Taking care of your physical and mental health? Whatever it is, make a conscious effort to schedule time for those non-negotiables in your week. And speaking of non-negotiables, let's talk about boundaries. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's essential for protecting your time and energy. This might mean setting clear work hours and sticking to them as much as possible, turning off notifications after a certain time, or learning to say no to requests that drain you or don't align with your priorities. Another game changer? Time management. There are so many incredible tools and techniques out there that can help you work smarter, not harder. Try time blocking, the Pomodoro technique, or the Eisenhower Matrix experiment, and see what works best for you. But it's not just about managing our time. It's also about managing our energy. We all have peak performance times, those magical hours when we're most focused and productive. Identify yours and schedule your most demanding tasks during those times. And just as important as it is to be intentional with our work time, it's crucial to schedule downtime. This means truly disconnecting from work, putting away the devices, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and rejuvenation. Whether it's reading a book, taking a walk in nature, spending time with loved ones, or simply indulging in a long, hot bath, make time for activities that nourish your soul. Self-care is not optional. It's the foundation of a balanced and fulfilling life. Make time for regular exercise, prioritize sleep, and nourish your body with healthy foods. When you feel your best, you show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Remember, finding balance is a journey, not a destination. It's about making small, sustainable changes over time and constantly reassessing what's working and what's not. Be kind to yourself, celebrate your progress, and don't be afraid to ask for support when you need it. There are countless resources available to help you on your journey, from books and podcasts to coaches and therapists. Don't hesitate to reach out and build your own personal board of directors, people who can support you, encourage you, and hold you accountable. Because here's the beautiful truth. You deserve a life you love, a life that feels aligned with your values and priorities, a life that allows you to thrive both personally and professionally. It's time to reclaim your time, set healthy boundaries, and create a life that feels expansive and fulfilling. Chapter 3. Key Strategies, your toolkit for a balanced life. Let's take a moment to review those key strategies for achieving a healthier work-life balance. Remember, it all starts with awareness, understanding where your time is going and how you're currently prioritizing your commitments. Once you have a clear picture, you can start making intentional choices about how you spend your time. Prioritize those non-negotiables, those activities that bring you joy, nourish your soul, and allow you to show up as your best self. Next, set healthy boundaries. This means creating clear distinctions between work time and personal time. It might involve setting specific work hours, limiting distractions during family time, and learning to say no to requests that drain your energy or pull you away from your priorities. Time management is your new best friend. Experiment with different techniques like time blocking, the Pomodoro technique, or the Eisenhower matrix to find what works best for you. The key is to work smarter, not harder. Remember, it's not just about managing your time, it's also about managing your energy. Identify your peak performance times and schedule your most demanding tasks during those hours. And don't forget to schedule downtime time for relaxation, rejuvenation, and activities that bring you joy. Chapter 4. Finding your balance, a life you love, on your own terms. Here's the thing about work-life balance. It's deeply personal. There's no one-size-fits-all solution, no magic formula that will work for everyone. The key is to find what works for you, to create a rhythm that feels sustainable and fulfilling. It's about listening to your own inner wisdom, honoring your own needs and priorities. It might mean setting different boundaries than your colleagues, prioritizing different activities than your friends, or saying no to opportunities that others find appealing. And that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's essential. Because when you give yourself permission to live a life that feels authentic to you, you unlock a level of joy, fulfillment, and purpose that you never thought possible. So I encourage you to be bold, to experiment, to find what truly lights you up both inside and outside of work. Don't be afraid to make adjustments along the way, to course correct, and to redefine what success means to you. Remember, life is a journey, not a destination. Embrace the ups and downs, celebrate your progress, and never stop learning and growing. You deserve a life you love, a life that feels aligned with your values and priorities. A life that allows you to thrive in all areas, personally, professionally, and everything in between. Chapter 5. Your turn. Share your story. Join the conversation. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to work-life balance? What strategies have you found helpful in creating more balance in your own life? Share your thoughts, your tips, your struggles. Let's create a supportive community where we can learn from each other and encourage each other on our journeys. Because we're all in this together. And remember, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. There are countless resources available to support you. From books and podcasts to coaches and therapists, don't hesitate to reach out and build your own personal board of directors, people who can offer guidance, encouragement, and accountability. You deserve a life you love, a life that feels expansive and fulfilling. So, let's start creating it together, one intentional step at a time. And be sure to check out the description box below for even more resources, tips, and inspiration on creating a more balanced and fulfilling life. From time management techniques to self-care practices to boundary-setting strategies, we've got you covered. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos on personal growth, well-being, and living your best life. Because when you invest in yourself, when you prioritize your well-being, you not only create a more fulfilling life for yourself, but you also inspire those around you to do the same. Remember, you are worthy of a life you love. Don't settle for anything less. For years I struggled with finding that balance myself. The demands of the show, the constant pressure to be on, it took a toll. But I learned, sometimes the hard way, that taking care of myself, setting boundaries, and prioritizing my well-being wasn't selfish. It was essential. And it's what allowed me to show up as my best self, both on and off the screen. So, my friends, I want you to know that you are not alone in this journey. We all crave that sense of balance, that feeling of having it all together. But the truth is, it's not about perfection. It's about progress, about making small, sustainable changes that add up to a more fulfilling life. Give yourself grace, celebrate your wins, and never stop striving for a life that feels expansive, joyful, and authentically you.